Hey, it's Maria here from Goalie Training Pro TV, and today I have something a little special for you. We're going to head down to the lab and we're going to take a tour of one of the most sentimental elements of the whole lab. We're going to give you a tour of the jerseys that are hanging on the wall. One of you asked about them. Tell us what all those jerseys are. Whose are they? What do they, what's their significance? So we're going to go through the story behind each and every single one of those jerseys. Come on, let's go to the lab. So let's start down at the end. This is a jersey of the first NHL goalie I ever trained. And actually a client of mine got it for me while I was training him. It's Jeff Hackett's Boston jersey. Now I started working with Jeff when he was with Montreal, and then worked with him through the end of his career till he retired. But a client of mine actually bought that for me at a silent auction at a golf tournament, and that was super kind, and I was pumped to have it. So that's kind of where it all started. Next to that jersey, and I see that it's really tucked up behind the power rack, but it's from an online client of mine who lives in Poland. His name's Andre, and it's the Polish national team jersey that he wore at the World Championships. And so when I was in Slovakia a few years working with the Slovakian Hockey Federation, he drove over from Poland and we met up and we went for supper and had a really great chat, and it was really neat to sort of meet him in person after training him online for sort of years and years. This one is special to me. It's an orange jersey project from the Orange Shirt Society, and this is actually Alfie Michaud's number and jersey. They did this as a fundraiser for the Every Child Matters campaign. Actually, I don't know that it specifically was for the Every Child Matters campaign, but for that initiative, and to help raise money to get Indigenous children involved in hockey. So I was really proud to bid on that and have not only Alfie's jersey hanging in the lab, but also to be supporting a good cause, because we all know the positive impact that sports can have on our lives. Next we have, this is actually a newer edition. This is a Ken Appleby jersey. So he is from the Islanders organization, playing games in the AHL and some games in the NHL. And I've been working with him for a few years, and he was down at the lab doing some work this summer, and he brought that jersey along for me to hang in the lab. So I thought that was really, really cool. The next one there is Carter Hutton's jersey. This is a Buffalo jersey. I started working with Carter when he was with Nashville. And so that's kind of a cool story, because one of the things I love doing, and you'll notice a lot of these jerseys, and then there's some adult league jerseys that we're going to get to down the way, is I just love helping goalies move up to their next level, whatever that is. So helping, Kenny go from East Coast to the AHL to the NHL. And when I started working with Carter, he was a backup guy. And when we worked together, and through his hard work and working on the ice with his goalie coaches and everything, I'm not saying it was me, but we managed to help as a team bring him up to be a starting goalie in the league and give himself some, consistency and just for himself and his young family, a little bit of security. So that was really super exciting. I have his other jerseys, but they're down. Some of the jerseys are still downtown at Revolution Conditioning. I didn't want to leave the walls bare when I sold it to Tyler, and I'm still in there from time to time. So a few of the jerseys still hang down there, but Carter and I are still, he's retired now, we're still good friends. So next to that this is actually the newest one, and that is a game-worn World Championship jersey from Sweden. I was in Toronto just a week or so ago meeting with my friend Thomas Magnusson, who's the head of goaltending development for Swedish Hockey Association, I think is their proper term. And he was in town in Toronto to do some work with the Toronto Maple Leafs, to be just a part of their in-house symposium. And so I was thinking, because sometimes when I travel, people give me jerseys, and I often try to do one bag travel, and so it's like, holy smokes, this takes up a lot of room. So I took Tomas just a little t-shirt and a notebook, things would be small to pack, and then turns out he had brought me this whole jersey from Sweden to give me as a gift. So that was super kind, and now I feel like a cheapskate. I should have taken him a hoodie. But I'll get you next time. I'll be in Sweden for the World Juniors, so I'll pack a hoodie in my luggage. Next to that, this is probably one of the most special jerseys to me. This is Shalene. This is not a hockey jersey, as you can tell. It's a football jersey, a soccer jersey of my friend and my former client, Shalina Zadorsky. I started training Shalina when she was in high school, and she went on to have a great soccer career at the University of Michigan, worked her way onto the Canadian national team, won an Olympic gold medal with the national team. She plays professionally now for Hutton. And so Paul and I went over to London and we got to see her play, and then she gave us this jersey. So it's one of the most special ones because it's just been fun to be a part. Like, she's an incredible person. It's wonderful to see someone develop and sort of be able to be some part of their life, from the time they're a teenager up until, they're a somewhat grown adult. So she's terrific. So now we get into some of the adult league goalies that I work with. So this is LJ's goalie jersey, and LJ is a ball hockey and an ice hockey goalie. She's in the game-winning goalie formula. She's just one of the pillars of that group because, she's a busy adult. She has a full-time job, has a dog, a partner, everything else going on. But she's very committed to her training, and she takes a consistent approach, and she's coachable. She asks for help when she needs it. And her team went on to win the provincial championships last season. So she sent me that in the mail, and that was huge. I think some people misunderstand, and they think that I'm most interested in training professional goalies or what they consider to be elite level goalies, and I'm not. It's like I said at the beginning, I love helping a goalie to get to a level that they aspire to, that they dream of being at. Maybe they're not even sure they can get there, but that's what's kind of the most fun for me, and it really doesn't matter whether it's the NHL or otherwise. This is a jersey from Julien. Julien is in the Turning Pro coaching program. He now plays a semi-pro hockey, but this is his jersey from his league in Paris. So when I was in Paris this past March, we got to finally meet up. We went for a beer, and Julien presented me with that jersey from Paris. So that's been cool to hang on the wall. Beside it there is Pheonix, Copley's Washington Capitals jersey. And Pheonix is a guy that I helped out sort of in the early days, again, helping get to that level, being a part of the team that helps, fill in the pieces of the puzzle that is becoming a professional goaltender. So I don't, just to be clear, I don't work with him now, but that was nice of him to send along a jersey. This is from our boy Suddy, who's in the game-winning goalie formula. And this is a Royal Air Force, so British Royal Air Force hockey jersey that he gave me when I was over in Oxford couple years ago, probably now. So that's, and that was kind of was a dream of his to sort of play for that and to earn that opportunity. And then the last jersey down there in the end, this is probably from the most stylish member of the game-winning goalie formula. This is Julie's team jersey she plays in the Vancouver area, but everything's San Jose Sharks theme. She's got the sickest setup. She probably has, I don't know how many setups. I know you've got at least 2, like a home and away, super sick setup. But I thought that jersey so sharp. I really like it. So it goes on the wall. And so that's kind of my jersey collection. That's why they're up there. So I have a couple little rules. I never buy a jersey, to put on the wall. They all have to be, other than the donation for Alfie's jersey. That was I think that's a pretty good cause, and I feel proud to put it on the wall and, maybe have people say, oh, what's that for? What's that about? But I never buy a jersey. It has to be given, and I never ask for a jersey. So I never say, hey, would you give me a jersey? It's, it just is a really nice thing when people do it, and I appreciate it. I might need to get a little bit bigger wall soon. So I hope you enjoyed this tour of the jerseys, and I love it. It's sentimental to me because when I look at every single one of these jerseys, it reminds me of my journey as a strength and conditioning coach, but equally important, if not more importantly, it reminds me of these relationships that I've been lucky enough to build over the years and be a part of the journey. So that's why I hang them up here. That's why I think it just builds a good environment, a good karma in the lab. If you're interested in upping your game or earning a spot on the wall with your jersey, you can check out how we can work together in the description below for all the details. Otherwise, keep kicking the pucks out of the net, like before they go in. Like, I don't mean kicking them out like after they've gone in because you're mad. I mean before they go in, kick them out. I should have made that clear right from the start. But either way, I will see you next week. Same bad time, same bad channel.